And of course, it will give you a more formal release after a series of abdominals. Okay, you can keep releasing. I'm going to walk us through some options for the 100, which is coming up now. So knees bent, feet flat, great position to be in. You can also choose to bring your legs to tabletop. Some people find this easier. Some people find it more of a challenge, up to you. And then if you want to extend your legs, wait for my cue. I'll give you a cue to round yourself up. And then you can extend your legs either towards the ceiling or an angle that works best for you. Wherever you go, it's fine. Just know that usually when we extend the legs, they go away from the center. Usually that's more of a challenge. So again, you can always level up, but you can also level down. You can always change your mind. And level up, level down is individual, right? And then sometimes the head gets heavy. So if you need to bring it down and bring it up when you're ready, totally fine. Maybe it stays down the entire time. You just keep pumping and breathing those arms. All options are on the table for you. So again, you're in control. You take care of yourself. You're the boss. All right, here we go. You're gonna float the arms up towards the ceiling, palms face forward. Deep inhale in here. Exhale, gonna nod the head, press the arms down, roll up to your bell curl. This is where you can extend your legs if you like. Pump up, breathe those arms in 2, 3, 4, 5, and X2. Add in 2, and X2, 3, 4, 5, and in 2. And X2, 3, 4, 5, and in 2. And X2, 3, 4, 5, and in 2. And X2, 3, 4, 5, pumping from the back of the armpits. And X2, 3, 4, 5, squeezing your thighs together. And X2, 3, 4, 5, long firm arms. And X2, 3, 4, 5, and in 2. And X2, 3, 4, 5, and in 2. And X2, 3, 4, 5, and pause. Deep inhale in here, exhale, roll up 2 more inches from the abdominals, I'll connect chin or shoulders. Inhale in here, exhale, all the way out, let's get the belly in, smile, round yourself down, hug the knees in, look right, look left, take any release that you might need. Yeah. All right, and then wherever you're at, you'll draw the knees into your chest. And I'm gonna have us place your hands behind the thighs, right below those knees. And then this is where I give that cue of resting your calves lightly on the knuckles of your hands. So I'm not trying to crunch them, trying to keep them connected so I don't kick my lower legs out. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just a different way of doing the exercise. Sometimes you might need it though, and that's fine. But keep those calves as lightly connected to the knuckles as you can. Deep inhale in here, exhale, nod the head, send the thigh bones away, curl the pelvis and roll yourself up to a seated position. Reach the arms forward, sitting up tall. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale, scoop, curl, round yourself down. Now, as you roll down, you might feel like you need some support. So hands can always go behind the thighs and walk down one hand at a time, like rungs of a ladder. Draw the knees into your chest, hands behind the thighs. Those calves are lightly connected to those knuckles. Deep inhale in here, exhale, nod the head, send the thigh bones away, so to roll yourself up. Now let's say you get stuck. I'll hold the shape like a boat, rock and roll mindfully. Might take you once, might take you 20, it's fine. Come all the way up, sitting up nice and tall. Inhale in here, exhale, scoop, curl, round yourself down. If you choose to use that kind of strategy to come up, try not to go all the way back down and start over again. You try to keep that boat shape and just mindfully use momentum to come up. Hands behind the thighs. Lower legs relax and fold the best you can. Deep inhale in here. Exhale, nod the head, curl the tailbone, scoop the belly, send the thigh bones away, so roll yourself up. Stand up nice and tall, reach your arms forward, shoulders down. Lengthen spine, exhale, scoop, curl, round yourself down, rolling through. All the way down. Then draw the knees into your chest. So you can keep the hands behind the thighs if that works for you. Wanna try a different position, place your hands on top of your legs right below the knees, elbows wide. Deep inhale in here, exhale, nod the head, send the thigh bones away, curl the tailbone, roll yourself up, rocking and rolling, feet flat, reaching arms forward. Inhale to lengthen, exhale, scoop, curl, round yourself down, rolling through. Hands behind the thighs or not, it's your choice. Yeah, all the way down. Knees into your chest, hands behind the thighs or on top of your legs. Just remember, hands on top of the shins is a tighter shape. It might take a little bit longer to come up, that's fine. Deep inhale in here, exhale, nod the head, send the thigh bones away, roll yourself up, rocking and rolling. Feet flat, reach your arms forward. Again, you can use that same strategy to rock and roll to come up, shoulders down. Inhale in here, exhale, scoop, curl, round yourself down, rolling through. Now, all the way down. Knees into the chest again, hands on top of legs, right below the knees. Deep inhale in here or behind the thighs. Exhale, nod the head, Send the thigh bones wide, start to roll yourself up. And again, if I get stuck here, I'll just rock and roll to come up. Feet flat, sitting up nice and tall. Go ahead and shake out a little bit if you need to. We're going to stay here in this seated position for a moment. We'll add a little bit different work here. So knees bent, feet flat. And when I say feet flat, I don't mean the entire foot has to be on the mat if that doesn't work for you. Maybe it's just the heel. Yeah, it's totally fine. I have pretty flexible feet, so sometimes they can get touched on that pretty easily. You're reaching arms forward. You're going to inhale here. Exhale, you're going to scoop the belly, curl the tailbone, and roll back about halfway, right? Now I'm going to encourage us to roll back. You may not go back as far as you do, and that's fine. You just find where you can go. Deep inhale in here, exhale, scoop the belly, curl the tailbone, roll back 1 inch. Yeah. Inhale in here, exhale, roll back 1 inch. And maybe this is just where you hold. It's fine. Inhale in here, exhale, roll back 1 inch. Inhale in here, exhale, roll back 1 inch. Inhale in here, exhale, roll back 1 inch. Pause, roll yourself up. Shake anything out you might need. Here we go. Deep inhale in here, exhale, scoop, curl, roll yourself back. Halfway, pause. Inhale in here, exhale, roll back 1 inch. 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 Inhale in here, exhale, roll yourself all the way up. Yeah, shake it out if you need to. Inhale in here, exhale, roll back halfway. Deep inhale in here, exhale, roll back 1 inch. 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 Pause, round yourself all the way up. Sitting up, shake out the arms and legs. All right, so we're gonna do those rolling back. It's gonna be a little bit different. I'm gonna add some arm movement to it. So again, just because I say roll back 1 inch doesn't mean you have to. Reach your arms forward, sitting up nice and tall. Inhale in here, exhale, scoop, curl, roll yourself back halfway, pause. You're gonna pull this right elbow back, so I'm gonna pull and twist, and come back to center. Pull and twist to left, back to center, pause, roll back 1 inch. Start with the left now, pull and twist to left, and center, pull and twist to the right, and center, pause, roll back 1 inch. Pull and twist to the right, and center, pull and twist to the left, and center, pause, roll back 1 inch. Pull and twist to the left, and center, pull and twist to the right, and center, pause, roll back 1 inch. Pull and twist to the right, hold. Center, pull and twist to the left, hold. Center, pause, roll back 1 inch. Left, pull and twist, hold. Center, pull and twist right, hold. Center, pause, round yourself all the way down, rolling through. Yeah. Lengthen the arms overhead, legs long in front of you, stretching the front of the body, giving some of those abdominals a little bit of a release from that contraction, if that works for you. All right. All right, so we're gonna come to some abdominals here. I'm going to use the roller for 2 of them. I'm going to not use the roller for 1 of them. And the one that we're not going to use, it's going to be in the center. So I'm going to have us do 3 different versions. First one, we grab the roller perpendicular to your body. Hands to the outside of the roller, flip the arms up for the center. This is pretty familiar for those of us who come to this regularly. You're going to imprint your spine, draw the right knee to the chest, pull the left knee in. Deep inhale in here, exhale, going to round yourself up, abdominal curl. Keep the right knee there, send the left leg out long. Inhale in here, I'm going to switch sides. Inhale and switching sides, exhale and exhale. In, X, X, in, X, X, in. Exhale, exhale, draw both knees in, roll your stuff down. I am going to have you place that roller to the side. Now, could I do this with the roller? For sure. It's actually harder with the roller. And I don't do this one too often with this particular class, but that's okay. It's a good one to do. So let's get used to it a little bit. All right, so turn the knees into your chest, hands on top of legs, wrap around the knees. Back is infinite. Deep inhale in here, exhale, round yourself up, abdominal curl. You're going to send this left leg out long. It's going to hover about 1 inch or 2 off the mat. Right leg extends up toward the ceiling. You're going to hold onto the ankle, calf, or thigh. There could be a softness behind the knee, that's fine. You're going to pull this leg, top leg in twice, pulse, pulse. Bottom leg doesn't move. You're going to switch the other leg, pulse, 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 and switch. Pulse, pulse, and switch. So I'm pulling that leg towards me rather than bring the torso towards the leg. Pulse, pulse, and switch. In, and switch. Exhale, exhale, and switch. Inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. Inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. Inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. That's it. Hug the knees in, roll yourself down, look right, look left. Could I have done that with a roller with the same hand hold? For sure. But it gets a little hip flexory. You're not used to it. And that's fine. Nothing wrong with having a little bit of hip flexor work. All right, roller perpendicular to the body. Take the roller into the outside hand grip. A little bit more familiar, perhaps for some. You see arms up, back in front, right knee in, left knee in. Deep inhale in here. Exhale, you're gonna round yourself up, abdominal curl. Yeah. Keep the right knee there, send the left leg out long. Take the left armpit, draw towards the right knee, so you're gonna spiral the torso. Inhale in here, you're gonna switch sides, armpit towards the knee. Inhale, switching sides. Exhale, exhale. Inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. In, exhale, exhale. Inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale, and in. And X, and in. Exhale, exhale. Now switch sides once. Hold here for the inhale, hold for the exhale, hold for the inhale, hold for the exhale, switch sides. Inhale, hold, inhale, hold, exhale, switch. Inhale, hold, exhale, switch. Inhale, hold, exhale. Hug those knees in, roll yourself down. Yeah, you can look right, look left. Yeah, taking any tension out of the neck that you might need. Okay. You can place that ruler to the side, so that's our abdominal variations. I'm gonna give you a more formal release now. I'm gonna switch my angle here. So knees bent, feet flat, arms down by your side. I'm gonna encourage you just to open up your arms a little bit. So not to a full T, just like if you're gonna expose the superhero cape, right? And then you're gonna heel till your feet, at least to the width, outside width of your pelvis. I go for my armpits, works better for my legs and my body. Yeah. I'm gonna encourage you to try to keep the shoulder blades relatively connected to the mat. I'm not trying to jam them down. So keeping them relatively connected might determine where my spiral goes, yeah? You'll take a deep inhale in here, exhale. I'm gonna allow the knees to go to the right. So that's where the start of the spiral happens. And then maybe I turn my head to the left, if that works for you. It doesn't work for everyone. So again, this may not be what you need today. So find a release that works for you today. Come back to center. Now knees go to the left, head to the right. Find the shoulder blades relatively connected to the mat. And like I said before, one side might feel a little bit more available than the other side. This side is definitely more available to me. So I have to focus in on not just letting my legs flap over. Got to use my abdominals a little bit to help support this. I should be using that on both sides regardless. Come back to center. And the knees right, head left. I'm still using my abdominals here, but I have a little less range of motion on this side than the other. Come back to center. Knees left, head right. So this side I really can go, and which might mean that I pull my right shoulder off. So I want to figure out where I can bring that and still find this spiral and still find a good position for me to be in. Come back to center. We'll just keep this simple today. So we're going to do this one more time each side. Knees to the right, head to the left. And then here, what's something that you can release? And it may not even be the hips or the spine. It might be the forehead or the jaw, or the fingers or the toes. Maybe it's just you need to take an inhale and exhale out. Bring knees and gaze back to center, knees to the left, head to the right. And again, find what you can release, and it may not even be the spine or the shoulders or the hips. It might again be toes, ankles, jaw, eyebrows. Bring knees and gaze back to the center. And then you can hug the knees into your chest. And then I do want you to find that roller. All right, perhaps, right? So we are going to move on to full bridges, which means that we're going to use the roller for the full bridge. And you might be like, not today, Blaine, thanks for the option. Don't worry about it. Just dish the roller to the side, place your feet flat on the mat. Perfectly fine there. You're going to use the roller. Roller goes underneath the triangle of your bent knees and place the arches of your feet onto the roller. Yeah. For everyone, arms can be onto the mat. You can also do that bent elbow, or perhaps reach the arms up towards the sky. So each of those, like arms down by your side, big support, forearms up, a little less, forearms all the way up, arms all the way up, less space of support, right? And you got to rely on those shoulder blades. So wherever you're at is fine. I'm going to encourage you to find the center line of the body. Take a deep inhale in here, exhale, scoop the belly, curl the tailbone, float yourself out, find a pathway that works for you. And what I mean by that Inhale in here, exhale, coming right back down. So it might be a rolling spine up and down. It might be a flat back spine up and down. It's up to you. Inhale in here, exhale, sink the belly, curl the tailbone first for everyone. And then find your pathway up. Press down the floor, mat, or the roller to float yourself up, bouncing your shoulder blades and hopefully not your neck. Inhale in here, exhale, coming back down. And then finding that control positioning. Inhale in here, exhale again, sink, curl, floating yourself up, press down to float up. Opening up those hips. Inhale in here, exhale, coming right back down. Inhale in here, exhale again, scoop the belly, curl the tailbone, press down to float up. Then pause here, and I want you to come down 1 or 2 inches from your pelvis. From your pelvis, you're gonna moderately pulse it up for 8. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause, come all the way down. Yeah. Deep inhale in here, exhale again, scoop the belly, curl the tailbone, float yourself up, find that bridge again. Press down and float up. Hips are level and even, right leg floats to tabletop. Inhale that foot back down. Exhale, left leg floats up. Inhale it back down. Exhale, right leg floats up. Inhale it back down. Exhale, left leg floats up. Inhale it back down. Exhale, right leg and down. Exhale, left leg and down. Pause here. Roll the hips a little bit higher and then come all the way down. Do me a favor, lengthen out the legs once and pull that roller back. So remember that pattern that we did lengthwise on the roller with our leg. We're going to experiment with that a little bit. All right. Not right away, just know it's coming and it's going to come in our bridge. So take a deep inhale in here. Exhale, scoop the belly, curl the tailbone, float your stuff up, find your bridge. Right leg's going to float your tabletop, extend the right leg up. Something familiar here first. You flex your foot on the way down, leg drops down to the highest sitting left leg, point the foot up, flex the foot down, point the foot up, flex the foot down, point the foot up, flex the foot down, point the foot up, pause, bring leg back to tabletop, foot goes back down, float the hips up higher. Left leg to tabletop, extend the left leg up. Left leg drops down the high standing right leg, so you flex your foot, point the foot up, flex the foot down, point the foot up, flex the foot down, point the foot up one more time, flex the foot down, point the foot up, pause, bring the leg back to tabletop, foot goes back down, hips higher. We stay here, right leg to tabletop. Now send that right leg forward, bring it up, bend it tabletop. Set it forward, up, tabletop. Pause, extend the leg up, drop it down, pull it in. Up, drop it down, pull it in, pause, foot goes back onto the roller, flip the hips up higher. Left leg to tabletop. From tabletop, it shoots forward, circles up, bends to tabletop. Shoot it forward, circle up, back to tabletop, pause. Leg goes up, it drops down, pull it in. Leg up, pull down, pull it in, pause. Place the foot back down, put the hips up higher, come all the way down. Then lengthen up the legs, internal and external, which might feel good here. Maybe gonna rock and roll the calves out a little bit, maybe going right to the back of the thighs. Do what feels good for you. All right. From here, you're gonna go ahead and let's place the roller at the ankles, back of the ankles, if you like. I'm gonna do one transition here just to roll up, feet will be flexed. Now, everyone feels great with having a roller at their ankles, so if this is not the jam, ditch it, just place your legs on the floor. Now that everyone feels great about rolling up with straight legs, so remember, you can always have those knees in and roll yourself up. You're just finding a transition up. So arms reach up towards the sky, palms face forward. Keep the ribs dropping down, arms reach back. Deep inhale in here, exhale, bring the arms forward, nod the head, on the spine, run your stuff up, hollow up and over your legs. Yeah, and then shake it out. That's what we got today. All right. From here, I'm gonna have us come onto our belly, but I'm gonna have us come onto this forearm positioning. So elbows will be underneath the shoulder, triangle position with the arms. So I can interlace your fingers. I can make a fist, wrap one hand over the other hand, or I can make two fists. We won't need the roller for this one, so we're just gonna get it out of the way. So find that tripod-like position with, sorry, I need to come forward on my mat, with the elbows relatively underneath the shoulders, nothing too wide, nothing too narrow. So you can take a peek, making sure you have a good base of support, and the legs will be in parallel for now. So all I want us to do is really feel how we can find the forearms and keep the shoulders away from the ears. So allow the shoulders to drift up to the ears, then press the shoulders away by pressing into those forearms. It's like a troll, perhaps. Shoulders up to the ears so we sink down, and press down the forearms, shoulders drift away from the ears in a gentle way. Shoulders up, and press down. Shoulders up, and press down. Okay, so now I'm gonna come for us to excuse me, we're gonna bring our toes underneath, yeah? And we're gonna come up and down in plank and just follow along the best you can. So I press down on my feet, and I'm gonna lift my thighs and pelvis off the mat. I'm gonna adjust my gaze towards the floor. Bring my pelvis back down, gaze, chest goes forward, diagonally forward, and then release the toes. We'll do that again. I'm gonna curl the toes, giving the feet a little bit of break there in between. Lift the thighs and pelvis up, look down. So head's in line with spine, pelvis down, lengthen out. Now I'm gonna add a count to this, all right. So again, we're gonna curl those toes, press down, float yourself up. We're gonna hold for 3, 2, 1. Pelvis down, lengthen up the legs. Hold here for the extension part for 3, 2, 1. Curl the toes, thighs, pelvis, torso. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Pelvis down, lift head and chest up. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Curl the toes, lift pelvis, thighs, chest. Hold, 2, 1. Pelvis down, lengthen up the legs. 2, 3. Pause. Now from here, I'm gonna open up my elbows, flatten out the palms, and the forehead can rest in the forehead onto the crossed hands like a pillow. You can always take a look at this if this gets a little confusing. So I'm gonna turn my legs out, slightly separate them, and bend my knees and flex my feet. Flexing my feet so my heels reach up towards the ceiling. So I might even take a peek back behind me, or if I can see myself in the camera. I don't want my heels to go towards a wall behind me. I want my heels to go towards the ceiling. This range of motion is small. And I want this focus to be in the glutes and the hamstrings rather than the lower back. The lower back will kick in, but want the lower back not to be the entire focus. So more glutes and hamstrings. And then I'm gonna have us bring the heels towards the ceiling any amount and then release. So really tone the glutes, press the heels together. My thighs really don't disconnect from the mat at all. Your thighs might, mine don't. Heels squeeze, press the heels up towards the sky, and then release. So a lot of strong toning of the glutes and the hamstrings. And again, squeeze the heels, reach, and down. So if I feel my thighs disconnect from the mat, it's like a paper thin, like I can slide a thin piece of paper underneath my thighs, press the heels together, press up, and down. Now, if you feel like you got this, staying out of your lower back relatively, we'll go ahead and squeeze. Then I'm going to do 8 pulses up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release it. Shake it out a little bit. We do that one more time. Squeeze the heels together. Keep those knees bent. Heels reach up toward the ceiling. Tone the glutes. Hamstrings engage and press. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back down, lengthen up the legs. Might even rock the pelvis back and forth here a little bit. Yeah, and keep the legs turned out and flip the lower legs off the mat and just take tiny swimming legs here with your head down and swim. And swim, 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 and swim. Relax the legs, rock the pelvis back and forth. And then from here, press yourself into a child's pose, toes together, knees apart, or another rest position that works for you. Totally fine, yeah. And then take a deep inhale in here, exhale, roll it through the base of the spine, 1 vertebra at a time. And the head will be the last to arrive, and you will work yourself up to standing. So I'm moving my mat out just a little bit, but I'm gonna keep it because our planks will be a little bit different today. I want a little bit of padding for my planks. All right, you'll see why in a second. I think this will be good. Okay, yeah. So we're just gonna start narrow position of your feet and legs. We'll do a regular parallel squat. Encourage you to keep your gaze forward, arms reach forward for me. You can do whatever you like with your arms. There will be a slight hip hinge here. You're gonna find the depth of a squat that works for you. Knees track over the second and third toes. Here we go, deep inhale in here. Exhale, you're gonna squat down and then stand all the way back up. We squat and all the way up. Encouraging you to keep the gaze forward. Here's 3, all the way up. 4, all the way up, and 5, all the way up. Check it out. So we're gonna do the same type of thing that we did at the beginning of class, those little leg drills, yeah, and I'll call them out. I'm gonna have us go for a deeper squat, if that works for you. If it doesn't, you keep that shallow knee bend. Now, just because I say a deeper squat doesn't mean that you're gonna be able to keep that deeper squat and still move the leg forward. So you might need to adjust, feel free. We do a similar patterning, but I have one thing that'll be slightly different. I usually like to place my hands in my prayer pose, but you find what works for you. And again, just because I say it, as soon as I say it, I do something different. It's so good. So you're gonna squat down. Yeah, find your deep squat. And then reach right leg forward, bring it back to base, side, base, back, base, stand it up. So it's a little bit more challenging for the legs when we squat down a little bit deeper. And we're working on that single standing leg. So you're gonna squat down now. Left leg comes forward, base, side, base, back, base, stand it up. If you've ever heard of pistol squats where you squat down with one leg forward, this is a very beginning prep for that. All right, squats are the most beginning prep for that. So we squat down. Now I'm gonna do a little bit different. I'm gonna make a half circle. So right leg forward, side, back, base, stand it up, squat down. Left leg forward, forward, side, base, and stand it up. All right, we're gonna squat down. We go back with right, side, forward, base, stand it up, squat, left leg back, side, forward, base, stand it up. And I'm gonna add a little bit of balance in here. Of course I am. All right, I'm gonna squat. Right leg forward, side, back. Instead of bringing it back to base, straighten that left leg, flamingo. Now you're gonna bend the left leg, send that right leg back, hold it there, back, side, forward, straighten the left leg, flamingo, place it down. A little bit different than Monday, right? All right, shake it out, both legs are straight. Bend, squat, right leg comes forward, side, back. You're gonna bring the leg to toe to knee for flamingo, stand all the way up with that right leg. You're gonna bend the right leg as the left leg goes back. Hold that right leg there, left to the side, left forward. Instead of bringing it back to base right away, come to standing flamingo, and place the foot back down, shake it out. Very good, we'll leave that there. We're gonna come to our planks. Good news, will be a quick set. And we're gonna do side plank. Let me dip this down just a little bit. Maybe I'll just kick this back a little bit more. All right, so we're gonna come to just right down onto the mat. And I have my left arm here down on the mat, elbows underneath the shoulder. If I need to move a quarterback, feel free, but should be somewhat in line, yeah? I'll start with, let me just go here a little bit. Start with both legs bent for a moment. I'm gonna stretch out that top leg. So I'm on the side of my foot, yeah? This will be probably available for all. So you're gonna lift the hips up and then back down. So this hand can be on the hip, back of the head, arm up towards the ceiling. If you need some support, hand go to the floor, lift the hip up and down. Hip up and down. Hip up and down. And we're gonna do a hold. You're gonna hip up. You can hold it there if you're ready. Send that back leg back, bottom leg back. Hold for full side plank. Both feet are onto the floor. Hips down. Swing the legs forward and around. It's quick, I told you. So elbow underneath the shoulder. Find the bent knees first. Some people want to watch TV, but we're not. Make sure I have enough mat room here. Lengthen out that top leg so I'm on the side, inside side of my foot. Yeah. Hand can be on the floor, hip, skull, arm up, your choice, hip up and down. So I'm really pressing down on my forearm. Hip up and down. It's like a little prep. Hip up and down. A little side work too. Hip up and down. Next one, we're gonna hold. So hip up, hold. You can hold here or sneak that back leg behind. You're on the outside edge of that foot, holding here, smiling. Come back down, roll into your belly. Find yourself into a child's pose, toes together, knees apart, or a rest position of choice. So maybe it could be a cat pose, maybe a seated pose, whatever works for you. Deep inhale in here, exhale, walk the hands over to the right. Go stretching out the left side of the waist, left side of the ribs, breathe to that side. Walk the hands back to center. And then inhale in here, exhale, walk the hands over to the left. Stretching at the right side of the waist and the ribs. Breathe to that side. Deep inhale in here, exhale, walk the hands back to the center line. And then find a little bit wider stance with the hands and arms here. And press the hands on the floor. So if you're in child's pose, your booty is gonna reach down towards your heels. Cat pose, lower and upper spine will reach up towards the ceiling. Seated pose, you'll just rock behind your sits bones. Deep inhale in here, exhale, walk the hands back towards you and roll yourself up to an upright torso position, right? So some of us will be able to sit onto your heels. Some of us might need to stand on your knees or different positioning is totally fine. Find your upright torso position, yeah, wherever that is. Your shoulders, hips in one long up and down line. Eyes to be open, softened or closed, up to you. Inhale to the sides and back to the ribs. Then exhale, draw the navel up and in, elongate the spine, shoot the crown of the head to the ceiling. Next, inhale, gently shrug the shoulders up to your ears. And then on the exhale, allow the shoulders to drift naturally down, not trying to force them down. As you exhale, scoot the belly, draw the navel up and in, shoot the crown of the head to the ceiling. If you're not already there, come onto your knees and then curl your toes under. So we're gonna work on a little drill to come to standing. So you're gonna bring whatever leg forward. I'm gonna bring my right leg forward because I did my left leg on Monday. Hands to the quads here, the top of the thighs, if you need some support. I'm close to a wall. You can also use a wall, a chair, a roller, another prop, or just drop your arms down to your side and send weight to that front foot. So I'm gonna use that weight in the front foot to come to standing. I'm gonna press down, work myself up to standing, other foot next to it, right? Nice and tall. And then on the inhale, shrug the shoulders up the ears and the shoulder shrug. Exhale, I'll slide the shoulder blades down the back of the body gently as I scoop my belly up and in, elongating my spine, shoot the crown of the head to the ceiling. Finding a nice, tall, comfortable position without too much tension in the back of the knee or the glutes too much. Any tension, see if you can draw it towards your abdominals to find your tall, comfortable posture. All right, you are done. Thanks for joining me on Wednesday. Always appreciate you. I'm gonna stop the recording. Thanks for joining live, for those of us who did.